Podcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good evening. This is Roberta Perego, your Senior Product Sales Manager in the Poughkeepsie office. Welcome to our webinar for Service Unit Cookie Chairs. We have with us our other three product sales managers, and you'll be hearing from them at different points tonight. So we have Marianne Brell from the New City office. You want to say hi, Marianne?
Good evening, everyone. Welcome.
And Aurora Orozco in Pleasantville.
Hello, everybody.
And Liz Favola in Montgomery.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
And we also have with us our representative from Little Brownie Bakers, Shelly Rosa. And Shelly is going to begin with her presentation tonight. Shelly?
Hi, and thank you guys, for taking the time out of your evening to spend a little time with us and go over the 2019 cookie program. So before we get started into the Go for Bold season, let me make sure I'm going to go the right way. There we go. Maybe. Okay, guys, I can't advance the slide.
Oh, we're looking at your, okay, sorry, let me see.
Nope, that's all right.
Let's see, what happens with that? What if you use the arrow at the bottom of your keyboard?
I've tried that and nothing.
Let me see.
Oh, that's not
You
Sorry,
are the
guys.
presenter, Shelley. Okay.
Oh,
There we
it goes.
go.
I don't know what I did, but I'm not going to move anything. Okay. So congratulations on a great 2018 season. Over 1.7 million packages sold, increases in just about every phase of the cookie sale. I'm not going to read the numbers. You guys are good at doing that. A per girl average of 108. So congratulations on that. Always looking for something better, of course. And your top seller. This has got to be a family affair at selling 6,466 packages. So whoever that is, you know who you are. Congratulations on just an awesome, awesome cookie season. So we'll get right into, if I can make it advance again, which it doesn't want to. Oh, I think I found it. Okay. So welcome to a bigger, brighter, bolder cookie season. In the cookie program, girls become GIR girls, go-getters, innovators, risk-takers, and leaders, but not all at once. Girls start out shy and a little nervous, but before you know it, the cookie program is showing their true creative spirit. They're stepping out in front to lead with their confidence, and they are breaking records by setting some really big goals. So whether it's asking a customer for the very first time, or buying cookies, or meeting a new friend, or finding new ways to reach goals in the cookie program, girls show all of us what it means to go for bold. So I want to welcome everyone to the 2019 Go for Bold cookie season. So what do we have as far as brands for you? We bake some big brands. We have some big names of cookies that you guys sell for us. So this year we'll have all eight flavors back for us. No changes in the weights, no changes in the size of the box. The only change that we do have for, oh gosh, this is the wrong PowerPoint. Sorry. The only change we have is the s'mores cookie will be in what is called a soft pack. So it's kind of like if you look at Oreos or Chips Ahoy's, those types of soft packs. That's what the s'mores will be in for this coming season. We've gotten a lot of questions back. Well, they don't stack right, and they slide, they'll be slippery, and they can't make a nice display. So you see, we did come up with a really cute display box for the s'mores. It is made out of a shoebox, And we have all of the art that's available on littlebrownie.com that you can just print out, or wouldn't it be kind of cute just to put some construction paper around a shoebox, and then the girls can decorate their own display case. So since I had to back up, let's go back so I don't miss anything. So again, leading the way in preferred ingredients. Nothing has changed in the cookies. We still have vegan cookies. We have cookies made with natural flavors and ingredients. And I like to always call out that, you know, in our do-si-dos, it could be called a breakfast cookie because there is whole grain oat in there. So not that I'm encouraging anyone to eat them for breakfast, but, you know, we're always looking for a new angle. Some of our recipes that we have on Little Brownie is like wildfire. The videos that we've done for our recipes, kind of like those tasty videos that you see on Facebook, they are just spreading like wildflowers. So, you know, if you have a chance to go on to our website, look at those recipes. We have a Samoa's Facebook page that you'll see a lot of the recipes on, as well as our YouTube channel. You can go on and find different videos and, of course, all of the recipe videos as well. Oops, wrong way. This year, Toffee-tastic is 5 years old. So believe it or not, we have been selling Toffee-tastics for 5 years. Our sales, we've been having some fantastic results with the Toffee-tastic. Sales were up 23% versus last year for the Toffee-tastic. So really looking forward to see what the next 5 years can do. Oh my gosh, what is going on? Okay. Program and marketing. So rallies, you know, we do our cookie rallies every year. This year it's kind of a spotlight on cookie games. So some really fun, inspiring ideas for girls, kind of going with that Olympic theme, if you will. All kinds of program resources that we have. So a couple that I'll highlight are the Cookie Rookie. This is a program meant for that first-time cookie troop, cookie girl, cookie mom, cookie volunteer. It will take them through each phase of the cookie program, what it is. It will introduce them to the cookies. It will also show them, you know, the things that you need to have at a booth sale. What is a booth sale? How do you find a booth sale? Those types of things. And then we also have the Cookie Captain. This is meant for those older girls who may be an independent girl, but still wants to sell cookies and doesn't know how to do it by herself. Maybe it's a cadet, senior, or ambassador that just doesn't want to sell cookies, but has a trip coming up and is trying to think of ways that she can raise money for this trip. You can pair her up with a younger girl troop. She can be a mentor to that younger girl troop. The Cookie Captain program breaks it all down, has a whole presentation that she does with the girls and things that she'll do with the girls and to help build her leadership skills. We also have the Cookie House Party. We introduced this, I want to say, a couple years ago, and the idea behind it is kind of having a Pampered Chef party, a Tupperware party, something like that that you would do at your home, but the girls are going to have a cookie house party. So the idea is they would invite their family and friends. They would go through their marketing, what are their goals, what are they going to do with the money, and have the cookies there, have maybe some of the recipe cards there, maybe even have some of the recipes made, and try to sell cookies, number one, in the warmth of your house, if you're, you know, in the cooler times, and if it's raining outside, you've got an instant party there for you. All of these things you can find on littlebrownie.com. If you've never been on there, please take a moment to go and look through there. So some of the resources that we have for you, and again, this is on Little Brownie, is the Built by Me Cookie Planner. This is a real neat tool, not just for the younger girls or those first-time cookie moms. It could be that cookie leader that has been doing this for 5 or 6 years and just needs a little oomph put back into the cookie sale. She's like, oh my gosh, another cookie sale. What am I going to do with my girls? What am I going to do with my troop? This is a series of questions that it will ask you. Are you going to set goals? Are you going to do boost sales? Are you going to do the digital order card? Are you going to host a family? And this will spit out a plan for you that will show you how to reach those goals and how to maximize your cookie season. It can be sent to you through an email, or you can print it out. The nice thing, if you do it by email, there's little hyperlinks in that email. So if there's a project you wanted to do on there, you can click on it and it will take you to the website that has all of the resources to do that particular activity. So some really neat things that you can try and do with your troops. So again, going back to the cookie games, these are just some really fun ways to track your goals. You know, the bullseye, the arrow, pencil, and putting your goal on there. You know, just some fun ways for the girls to try to track their goals. We have the Cookie CEO program. Again, this is teaching, empowering those girls, some marketing tips, some achiever programs, you know, cookies and recipes. There's all kinds of workshops and rallies. And again, this is all on littlebrownie.com, just ways to really promote your sale as best as you can. We also have cookie booth resources. So I know your cookie op drop has a huge following. So, you know, ways to really boost that at your booth sale, and things and little signs and posters that you can print for some cookie booth resources. Again, there's that soft pack display, just a little bit bigger so you can kind of see what it looks like. Again, signs that we have for s'mores that you can put out at your booth sales, just to show everyone the different cookies that you do have. I thought this was really cute. It's a cookie stand, so we always think about lemonade stands, and especially when you guys are having your booth sales, this would be a great thing that you could do right in your front yard, right on a corner somewhere if you know the property owner. But just a really cute lemonade stand that you can buy at Michael's. I think it's, I want to say $30 or $40 at Michael's. You know, it's cardboard. You can decorate it for Girl Scout cookies, and you know, just a really, we thought a really cute idea that we wanted to share with you. So, of course, littlebrownie.com, I talked about it numerous times throughout this presentation. Like I said before, if you have not had a chance to go on there, you could spend days going through all of the stuff and finding information for your girls, young and old, things to do for the cookie season. I want to pause there real quick before I get into tech. Are there any questions? Are we good, Marianne?
I think we've handled the questions that were up.
Okay.
Thank you.
Perfect. Okay, so we're going to get into tech. The Troop app. We've had some great success with our Troop app this past year. As you know, this was only for troops to get in. You as service unit chairs could not get into the app. And we've got some changes coming up for the app. We had 3.1 million views and 1.8 million order submissions through the app. The app is new this season, so if you have downloaded the app last season, you'll need to, and if you haven't updated your phone recently, you'll need to download the Troop app Plus. That is the newest version of the Troop app. You as service units can now get into the app. You're kind of more of a view-only user for your troops. You don't have any functionality capabilities, if you will. That is coming. Hopefully, fingers crossed for next season for you. But you can get in and you can see what your troops see now through the app. Anything that the troop can do in eBudde, they can now do on the app. They can submit initial orders. They can sign up for a delivery station. They can sign up for a delivery time and a slot. They can put a pending order into the cupboard. They can distribute cookies out to the girls. So anything that they can do in eBudde, they can now do through the app. Single sign-on is new this year.
Shelley, can I ask you, excuse me, I'm sorry.
Sure.
Someone was just asking.
No, that's all right.
Okay, how does the app work if you are both a troop chair and a service unit chair? How does that?
It'll be kind of like eBudde. You'll see your service unit and you'll be able to get into your troop all through the same sign-on. So it'll be you'll log in and you should be able to then click on your troop and do the same functionality that you can, but you would not be able to do anything with the service unit.
Thank you.
So single sign-on, most of you should have gotten your link to sign on to eBudde. This is new this year. You are going to receive that email that you got. Click on the link. As you know, it brings you into the Cookie Tech portal. You're going to enter your password that you want, confirm it, and then you're into the system. There should be, here's a couple things I want to make you aware of. The link that gets sent to you and to your troops is only good for 7 days. If that link expires, all they need to do is go on to littlebrownie.com, and you're going to come to this page right here. And see this right here? It says, forgot your password. All they will need to do is put their email in and click on that forgot password. It will take them through a series of questions, kind of security-wise, making sure that they are the person that they are, with their email address, and it will take them right. It's kind of just 2 or 3 more steps than what you had to do by clicking the link. So don't fret. There is a way for them to get in there. Again, like I said, all they have to do is go to ebudde.littlebrownie.com, put their email, click on forgot password. Not a big deal. So new this year is in eBudde is the cookie exchange. This is for troops who have extra cookies towards the end of the sale. It is now mid-May, sometime early May, and they're saying to themselves, I am done selling cookies. I can't have another booth, but I've got all these cookies left over. They're going to go to the Cookie Exchange tab, and they're going to enter the cookies that they have to exchange with another troop. So I've entered my cookies. This is what I have left over. I can't sell anymore. But let's say I need cookies. So let's say I'm a troop and I need some Savannah Smiles. I don't have any Savannah Smiles in my inventory. So I need Savannah Smiles. I am going to go into the Cookie Exchange and I'm going to hit the down arrow for Savannah Smiles, and I'm going to see, oh my gosh, Troop 1125 has 17 packages of Savannah Smiles that I can get. I'm going to contact Troop 1125 because I have her email and her name there, and I am going to facilitate that exchange. What has to be done is a troop-to-troop transfer. That's what takes care of the money. If you're swapping 2 packages of Savannah Smiles for 2 packages of mints, nothing needs to be done. But if you're just picking up 15 packages of Savannah Smiles from Troop 1125, somehow we need to track the money. So that's done by a troop-to-troop transaction under the Transaction tab in eBudde. So you need to make sure that you're communicating to your troops that troop-to-troop transfer needs to happen, Then what needs to happen is the troop needs to go in, whoever got rid of cookies needs to go in and update her inventory. There's nothing, this is just to facilitate letting you know what cookies are out there within your service unit. Questions on cookie exchange?
No questions.
Oh my.
Not
Okay.
yet.
Okay. So I want to go to the next new thing, which is the booth sale waitlist. We all know the council has booths that they have at the malls. They have council-sponsored booth locations. And we all know that on a certain date at a certain time, they open it up, and we all sit there at 7 o'clock on Tuesday, whatever day that is, and we wait for it to open so we can get the spot at the Palisades Mall that we want. But let's say my daughter was sick, I couldn't get on, and I wasn't able to get the spot that I wanted. I can now go into the booth sale tab, the booth site tab, and go to the location that I want and click on notify me if a slot opens up. So if a slot opens up, you will get this email. Now here's how a slot would open up. I'm a troop. I have 2 o'clock on a Saturday at the Palisades Mall. It's Thursday or Friday, and I'm getting all these phone calls from my parents saying, Sally can't come to the booth, she's sick with the flu. Amy can't come to the booth, she's sick with the flu. So I decide as a troop leader, okay, we can't do this booth. I now need to go into eBudde, and I need to click that slot, click myself out of that slot. It's important that you do so because I don't know how many phone calls the council gets or various councils get throughout the country saying, I went to the Palisades Mall at 2 o'clock because on the cookie locator it told me that a troop was going to be there selling cookies and no one was there. People get very passionate. They're very passionate about Girl Scout cookies. So we need to make sure if you can't make it, you're taking yourself out of the slot and enabling another troop to go. So if you take yourself out, anybody who had clicked on notify me if a slot opens up is going to get this email. You're going to click on this link right here, and it will take you into the booth site tab in eBudde where you can try to get that slot. I want to let you know it is a first come, first serve. Other people will be notified. Just because you clicked the notify me first, there could be 15 other people that clicked on the notify me. All 15 people are going to get this email at the same time, and whoever goes in there first and clicks the slot is going to get it. Questions on the booth sale waitlist?
We don't have any of those yet.
Okay. I'm going to move right along then, and I'll get
I hope,
questions at the end.
I hope we're hearing some cheers for the cookie exchange and the wait list, because I think those are pretty exciting innovations.
Yes, I think so too.
So this is what eBudde is going to look like in the future, and by the future I mean 2020. It will be fully accessible on your phone, your tablet, your iPad, and this is kind of the look that we're going to be going for. You know, drop down with boxes or tiles, if you call them. You can chat with other people. So we're really looking forward to what are empowering eBudde through the digital cookie sale. So now let's get ready to be bigger, brighter, bolder this cookie season. So thank you very much. And I will turn it over to Marianne and Roberta if there's no other questions.
Okay, thank you, Shelley. We appreciate you taking your time to do this with us. I don't see any pertaining to what you've presented, Marion.
Okay.
Any that we haven't addressed yet?
No, I'm answering one separately, unrelated.
Okay. Okay.
If anything comes up, I'm going to get off the line now, but if anything comes up that you are unsure of, shoot me an email and I will have my phone with me.
We certainly will. Thank you so much, Shelley.
Thank you. Have a good night.
I think you need to send the screen back to Marianne, or does Marianne?
I believe I can do that.
Okay.
Oh, you did it. Okay.
You have to share your screen.
I'm waiting for it to come up. Mm-hmm.
Hey. Thank you. We're always happy when the technology works for us because sometimes it doesn't.
Well, have a good night, ladies. Bye-bye.
Thanks a lot, Shelley.
You too. Bye, Shelley. Okay, there was one question on here. I don't know, Marianne, if you were attempting to answer it when I interrupted you, but it might apply to everybody. How do troops get approved for booth sales in other locations not already sponsored by council, such as a local ShopRite or Dunkin' Donuts? So what the troop needs to do is put that booth sale into eBudde under My Sales. And
under
then
booth sites, and then click My Sales.
My Sales, okay. And then the service unit chair will have to go in and approve all of those booth sites, and you'll get a notice on your dashboard that you have booth sites to approve. So that's how they get approved. The service unit chair will actually go in and approve them. Mainly the approval is for the purpose of sending that booth sale to the cookie finder so that customers who are looking for booth sales will be able to find that sale. It is good if the service unit chair looks over the request, particularly to make sure that you don't have two troops going at the same place at the same time, because sometimes the managers of stores don't communicate with each other, and we have had situations where two different troops have been given the same time at a business, and we want to do whatever we can to avoid that. So look them over, and if you see something that looks like it's a conflict, then get in touch with the leaders and try to work it out. Otherwise, you just approve it, and then it goes to the cookie finder. Okay, so moving right along, I'm going to turn the presentation over to Aurora, and we will stop midway through our presentation for whatever questions come up that we feel need to be answered verbally. Okay, Aurora.
Yes, well, thank you, Roberta. So now let's go for bold with some specifics from GSHH information. Okay, so now starting with the cookies.
Marianne?
I know, but I'm having the same issue Shelley had.
Click on the slide and then...
You can wait, no problem.
Well, this is a situation we haven't had before.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay, okay.
More.
So, next one, please. Okay, so cookies prices remain the same. I think that's going to make you very happy. Traditional cookies are still $4. The price has held since 2013. Still our specialty cookies, the Toffee-tastic and the s'mores are still $5. Okay, the digital cookie keeps evolving. A different and modern way to run a business. That excited us a lot. As a service unit, your role is to pass on information from us and remind leaders and troop chairs of the important things. Like, for example, making sure parents have entered the in-person delivery cookie during the initial order period to the line on the order card marked for that. Last year, we had a lot of issues because a lot of parents didn't do it. So just please remind the parents or the leader to help on that so we don't have confusion as we did last year. So that way, those cookies will be delivered with the order card cookies. This is very important. This year we extended in-person delivery through May 1st. Cookies ordered after March 9th, it's when the end of the initial order, will have to be ordered from a cookie cupboard or filled with extras Troop has from booth sales or from their rounding up. Also, we think that you will like the tweaking we did with the rewards programs. We heard you loud and clear last year how much girls love the patches. So this year, the patch goes with both the reward item and the do-si-do. So we added 2 new rewards levels to bridge the gaps and give the girls reasonable goals to aim for. We kept the theme patch at 35 boxes, and we lowered the number of boxes from the GOC and booth patches to 12 boxes. Last year it was 25, so we lowered them again to 12 boxes. We gave the girl choices of rewards at 75, 175, and 2,000 box levels. So we offer a choice of do-si-do at every level from 125 boxes and up. Just please emphasize at your training and remind leaders before final rewards are due that they must indicate what each girl wants at each level. Our PGA goal this year is 110 boxes. So every girl who reaches 110 boxes will receive do-si-do. Girls can choose that option starting at 125 boxes. We hope our rewards items will incentivize younger girls to set their goal high. We hope that the option of do-si-do at so many levels will appeal to older girls.
Marianne, can we go back to the true profit slide at this point?
I hope we can, yes.
Okay.
Did I skip one?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. The true profit. Okay. Yes. Okay. Troops earn 70 cents profit, but they can earn 5 cents more by having a PGA of 110 boxes on their initial order. So if Troop reaches that goal, they earn 5 cents on every box they sell for the total sale. This year, membership offered a reward for early bird registration. So girls who registered by deadline and sold at least 1 nut, candy, or magazine items, and then they sell during the initial order, they will earn 5 cents more on her initial order cookie. This bonus is given to troops who have girls who met that criteria, and the extra earning will not appear in eBudde and will be ACH'd at the end of the sale into troop account. These girls' initial order boxes will earn an additional 5 cents for the troop, but remember, it's per girl, okay? So now I think we can go to the questions.
We're going to go to booths.
Okay.
To booths.
Okay. So the booths, as always, they are a great way to reach more customers. Of course, they increase the troop profit, increase girl sales, and the girls learn a different way of selling. March booth sales. During March, the cookies orders and reservations for council-sponsored booth sites will be in eBudde again. So for this, just for the March booth sales, you have to choose the 2003 season from the drop-down menu in the tab on the top left. The troops can select a council-sponsored site, and that will be including Metro North. The troops can order cookies in their transaction screen, just as for late booth sales, reserve council spots, and they enter troop arranged booths under My Sales. The reserve council booth spot will open Sunday, January 27th at 8 a.m. And all 4 of us We will be working in our offices if you or your troops have any questions. Okay, we added a third weekend to the March boot season. The case limit still remains at 30 cases per booth. All booths will go to the cookie finder. Only under My Sales, the sites need approval before they go to cookie finder, as that was mentioned before. What's new, due to space constraints from all our cupboards, for March 8th to the 12th, only orders for booths on those dates can be picked up. Sometimes troops come with orders for 4 or 5 booths for 2 or 3 weeks, and they want to pick 80 cases. Unfortunately, this time it won't be possible. And also, we will appreciate separate orders for each booth that is required. Troops arranged booth sales need to be in eBudde to go to Cookie Finder so customers can find you. That is very important. The MTA sites will be in eBudde this season, as mentioned before. Before, you used to call me or one of the girls who used to help me, and we did it through us that we reserved. Now it's going to be in eBudde. We thought it was going to be easier for everybody. We will announce at the beginning date of selecting council arranged spots through the messages in eBudde. Also in our headlines and happenings. So just be checking your emails so you can have the exact dates for that.
Aurora, I'm going to interrupt you for a second. Marianne, someone is requesting to see you saw that, yeah. Okay, they just want to look at this slide one more time.
Okay.
So we'll give a minute.
Yes, of course.
And
so as I mentioned, the period is now 3 weekends. In the past, it was only 2 weekends. The cases per booth didn't change, still 30. Troops have to go to My Sales for booth locations. Again, MTA for the first time or second, I guess, for March will be under eBudde. And booths will appear in the cookie finder. And Service Unit Chairs should approve My Sales site so they go to the cookie finder. If not, they won't go.
Okay, thank you. So we'll go ahead, Marianne.
Yep.
Okay. So now we have council arranged booth opportunities. GSUSA has continued with last season's agreement with JOANN's, Sam's Club, Walmart. Acme now this year contacted us, and they now will only accept reservations for booths if they come through the council. So they will be in eBudde as well. Please tell your troops not to contact Acme directly. Now it's through us. And Sam's and Walmart will not be in eBudde since many troops already have a good relationship with their local store, and we don't want to get in their way. So troops can go, can get a copy of the agreement letter if you need one from us or from customer care. Are we gonna go through questions?
Yes, except I don't really see any new questions just yet. You just said something. For the paperwork for Walmart and Sam's Club, you're going to need to contact one of the product sales managers because we have to insert like your name or troop number or something. So customer care won't be doing that.
Oh, so it would be us, not them. I thought it was. Okay, thank you for clarification.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, very good.
And I still don't see any new questions, so let's move along because we'll take more questions at the end.
Okay, so now I think it's finance, and I'll hand it to Liz.
Yes. Okay.
Hi. Okay, let's talk about money. Next slide, please. Troops that have filed their account information and ACH authorization form and have had no changes from prior years do not have to send anything in. The new troops or troops that change bank accounts must send the bank account information and ACH to finance as soon as possible. We can't emphasize enough that troops should not use troop profit or troop funds to cover a payment that a family has not made. No matter how confident you are that they will pay you, experience shows that they might not. Instead, the troop should submit an outstanding cookie balance form to finance prior to the ACH, and finance will adjust the ACH to not include that amount. And all ACH dates and descriptions are in the troop cookie book, which we hope you all have. Next slide, please. Every service unit should set a goal to earn a bonus. Why not? In 2018, 17 service units earned 10% or $100. 5 service units increased their sale by 20%, earning $200. And 12 service units boosted their sale by 30% and earned whopping $500 checks. Let your troops know you're working toward this goal, and if you reach it, all will benefit. Next slide, please. Operation Cookie Drop. Next slide. Since the inception of Operation Cookie Drop in 2002, our council has collected 930,000 boxes for our military. OpDrop is headed by an amazing volunteer named Allison Bergman, who has coordinated donation shipments by Navy ships, Air Force flights, and so many other avenues of distribution. The boxes go to bases across the globe, to veterans, hospitals, honor flights. We're asking you to emphasize that this year we're shooting to get our 1,000,000th box donated so we can continue to thank our brave armed forces. Customers can donate on the order card, in digital cookie, and troops should set up a donation box at their booths. We have very generous neighbors, and we know our girls can make this happen. 1,000,000 for the military. We are going to do it. Next slide. eBudde. eBudde is your friend and ours. Next slide, please. Well, as Shelley mentioned, all users will get an email with the link to set up a password. No more generic passwords as in years past. All users must enter their contact information as well. Troop cookie chairs who are put into eBudde must be registered and have a background check. Leaders should email customer care, and customer care will get the chairs into eBudde after confirming registration and background checks. The eBudde guide that we email to you and that is also attached to this presentation gives more information you might need. Next slide, please. Some basics for you. Next slide. Training your troops. Good training of troop chairs and leaders will mean a smoother experience for you as a service unit chair. We emailed you, and also is attached to this presentation, the tips for training troop cookie chairs with suggestions for what you should stress. But you should make the training your own. Let your personality come through and make it fun. Next slide, please. We have resources that you can suggest your troops use. Troops should check our website, click on cookies, and then for volunteers. There they will find videos, recorded webinars, and Q&As. We have a couple of webinars on specific topics already scheduled, like the digital cookie for families and troops that is scheduled for January 30th. We will add to these and add other things on the website as the season moves along. Headlines and happenings goes to all leaders every Friday except the last week of the month when current goes out. We will often put reminders or pertinent information in it. Also, another way for us to send information is through the service unit agenda from council that has more cookie information. Next slide, please. Communicate often with your troops. Use any of the tools on the slide and any others you can think of. Be sure to share not only your contact information with them, but also the method you prefer and good times to call you or not call you. If you teach and are not reachable from 7 to 4, let them know. When will you check emails, text, phone messages, and when can they expect you to respond? Our customer care team is ready to help leaders. They will be prepared with answers to all the common questions and not so common. If they don't have the answer, they will pass on the question to the product sales team. As for you as service unit chairs, we prefer you to contact one of us with your questions. Every question is worth our time, and we welcome them. Next slide, please. You and us need to communicate often. The best way to reach us is by email. If you call and we are on the phone, please leave a detailed message. That way we can be prepared to answer your question when we call you back. You must have the Service Unit Cookie Chair designation in your record. We communicate at some points via Salesforce, and if you don't have the Service Unit Cookie Chair designation, you won't get the email. And if you need to change it, you can call customer care. Next slide, please. Delivery. Our delivery dates are scheduled between April 6th and the 14th. Next slide, please. Delivery dates will not be firm until shortly before April 6th. We will enter the date and time in eBudde and set up the sign-up sheet. For large regional deliveries, we will have some of those dates locked in before we submit the order, and we'll let you know. For single service unit deliveries, we will send you the delivery site form. Please complete and return by the due date indicated. List 3 choices of dates and time, and indicate any time or date that you cannot accept delivery. Our agents try very hard to give you your first or second choice, but cannot always do that. We will be combining some service units that are in close proximity, so some of you might be asked to participate with another service unit. Fitting all the service units into the 8 days of delivery has been very challenging. Having a truck stay in one location for several hours with several service units coming to that same place helps to fit more in. Next slide, please. Delivery is fun if you are prepared. Get several volunteers who can help keep troops and cookie cases moving. Count, 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 and count again. Bring pens, markers, clipboards, anything that will keep you organized. Make sure you have at least a couple of numbers for each troop. Get signatures on the bubble sheets and keep them. Troops that can't make the delivery must make an appointment to pick up at the warehouse. They have to go through one of the product sales managers. Warehouse pickups are during warehouse hours, Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, except for their lunch hour. Cookies not picked up at delivery cannot be picked up from council. Next slide, please. Okay, we're up to questions.
Okay. There were a couple questions that I answered, but let me look through them. But I think may be appropriate for everybody to hear. Scrolling through. The app that Shelley talked about was the Troop app, but this year's version is Troop App Plus. So that was one thing.
Another one is someone was asking about Troop account information. If there's Troop account information in eBudde now, it is not current. Finance updates that closer to the date they're going to sweep accounts.
Right.
If the person emails customer, actually, if we want to check and make sure that a Troop account is the right account in eBudde, we need to talk to finance, which we can do. You can email finance about that to make sure that they have your accurate information.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was going to say to Marianne. And that was one that I wanted to bring up. Somebody asked about how do you create a goal for your service unit. So if you're new, the best way I can think of to do it is to look at what you sold last year, which you will see on your dashboard. The first page you get into in eBudde, there's a little bar graph that shows you how much your service unit sold last year. So if you add 10% to that, then that would be your first goal for this year, which would be 10% increase would be $100. You can figure what 20% over last year would be and what 30% over last year would be. And, you know, those goals would give you the related amounts of money, 100 for 10, 200 for 20, and 500 for 30. So you can figure out with your service unit manager, your service unit treasurer, what you think is a reasonable goal for your service unit and set it that way. Certainly you want to reach a 10% increase if you possibly can.
So someone's asking, can you explain again about ordering the boxes for booths? I'm going to go very basic, Desiree. I think you want to know how a person gets cookies for a booth. And what they do is they go into eBudde using the transactions tab, and they decide how many cases they want to take out for a booth. And they put in, they answer the questions. When do they want to pick up? And place an order. But you also, your question also said, you said something that you cannot order the 90 boxes. You probably are referring to March booths where we are limiting the number of cases you can take out. You can take out 30 cases for each booth sale, and we can only give, during that March booth period, the cases you need for that weekend, because we don't have storage for you to pick up. Or should you have 3 different booth sales on 3 different weekends, you would come 3 times to get the cookies.
Okay. Okay, somebody is saying, and thank you, Madeline, that in Katona Lewisboro, they've done delivery with multiple service units, and it really works well. And it really does. I've been at several deliveries that have had 3 to 5 to 6 service units involved in them. And it can be done in 2 different ways. You can have one time frame. Let's say it's going to be Saturday from 9 until 3, and you've got 6 service units. Troops from any of those 6 service units can sign up for any one of those time slots in that whole day. And the service unit chairs would work together to handle running the event, getting volunteers to help out, and all that kind of thing. And we can certainly help you if it's your first time doing that. Or if you don't want to do it that way, we can have a truck go to one location that is in close proximity to, let's say, 3 service units. And service unit A might have the first hour, and service unit B would have the second hour, and service unit C would have the third hour. So the truck is there for, 3 or 4 hours, but each service unit comes within a certain time period, so they're not overlapping. We can do it either way. It's just much better for the truck to sit in one location than to have to drive 5 miles to the next location, because they have to make sure that all the cookies are then, firmed up and won't move, and close up all the truck doors and head over, and it's just much easier if it can be in one place. So thank you, Madeline. We appreciate hearing that.
Kim Miller said she loves it. Another question is, will Digital Cookie be part of the single sign-on platform? Last year I had a different password as a parent, and then I did as a leader and service unit chair. So Digital Cookie is a separate thing from eBudde, Johanna. There will be separate sign-ons for that.
And as a leader, if you're a troop leader, you should have received an email from Girl Scout Cookie or Girl Scout Cookies that gives you a link to sign into Digital Cookie, set up your password, and get going in that. Families will get their emails starting this Friday, the 18th. For the families, it's probably going to take a couple days for all of those emails to go out. If you didn't get one, and you are a leader, and you are anybody, then you should have gotten one. Look in your junk mail, or if you have an email provider that has a promotions folder or a spam folder, look in those, because these emails do sometimes go there. If you absolutely can't find it, then contact customer care, and they will be able to help you. If they can't help you, they'll let us know.
So Nicole was asking if as a service unit chair, I would choose a time and location for delivery, and then my troop chairs would choose their slot and pick them up from the truck location. So yes, that's the basic. The basic answer is yes, Nicole. It just depends on regarding your choosing a time and location. I'm not sure where you are chair for, but some service units are already grouped into regional deliveries, and we would know ahead of time if you're part of a regional delivery, approximately what day you're going to get your delivery. So you wouldn't choose the time, and the location would already be set up.
And if you're not part of a regional, then we will be sending you a form to fill out, on which you'll be able to list a choice of 3 days and times within our delivery period that work best for you, your first, second, third choice. The delivery agents are very good about trying to give you your first or second choice. It doesn't always work out, so it could be your third choice. Either way, you'll either get to have some say in when you're going to get your cookies if you're a single service unit. And if you're not, then we will let you know what the date's going to be. There's another question. Can girls opt out of rewards to get more money per box? No, we do not offer that in this council. What they can do is choose the do-si-do can't get these words out. They can choose the do-si-do and not choose the reward. And that way they can use their do-si-do towards troop projects or troop trips, or for themselves if they want something in the shops. There's a lot of ways that they can use their do-si-do. But go ahead, Marian.
I want to throw in that this year we have upped the do-si-do to $25 for getting to 110 boxes, and that pays for membership. So you can use your do-si-do toward membership. And like you said, troops, programs, camporees. There's so many uses for do-si-do. We'd love to see more girls using that do-si-do because it's meant to be enjoyed.
Let's see. I'm scrolling to see.
I think you can answer this question, Roberta. If you would, as a parent, as well as troop cookie chair and unit leader, do I need multiple logins for digital cookie site? Right now it lets me choose my role between service unit chair or troop chair, and I wasn't sure if parent would be added once that opens on the 18th.
Yes, you will be able to choose whichever role you want when you go into it with one password. So that will be, it's not there yet because, as you said, we haven't sent out those emails. But it should be there once those emails go out. But you will still need to click on that email that you get, because that's going to allow your daughter to set up her site.
Someone's asking about do-si-do. Can they use it toward camp? I apologize. I did not say those words, but do-si-do can definitely be used toward camp, and then the parent would pay whatever remains as a balance.
Yes.
Can leaders put a copy of the do-si-do email? Parents lose them and never follow up. I would tell you to tell the parents to call us, and we can resend the email directly to the parent. They're to be used by the girls, so they're sent to the families. Do we have any other questions?
I'm looking. I'm not seeing any additional ones, but we'll scroll through in case somebody's thinking of something that they want to ask. if you think of something tomorrow, just email any one of us, and we'll answer your question. We're always here to serve you, and although we tell troops to contact customer care with their questions, we do provide the answers to most of the common questions to customer care, so they're certainly equipped to help most people. But U.S. service unit chairs, we would rather have you contact us. Your questions are usually not so general, and oftentimes you need a specific answer based on where you are or what the situation is. So we would prefer that you contact one of us, any one of us, it doesn't matter. If you call in, the phone rings on all of our desks, so you get whoever picks up the phone first, and if no one picks it up, you get my voicemail. Emails are good. I prefer emails because if I'm on a webinar like this, I can still look at my emails. I can look at them quickly and see who needs the answer right away and who can maybe, wait an hour. Whereas if I have 25 phone messages, I kind of have to listen to all of them to see who needs me first. Okay, and a couple of people are asking for the PowerPoint. The PowerPoint will be on our website tomorrow, and the recording might be there tomorrow. It might take another day. We have to do some stuff to it before it can go up there, and then we have to turn it over to someone else to put it up. But it will be up there.
On the Girl Scouts Heart of the Hudson website,
yes.
girlscoutshh.org.
Yes, and it'll be on the cookie page, and I think in the volunteer section. I think that's...
Yeah, this would be on the volunteer page.
And someone is asking, why are we the last council to sell? You didn't miss the answer. We did not say that. Each council sets up their sale individually, and it's based on a lot of things that the council needs to consider. When GSHH was formed back in 2007, I believe it was, we have 5 councils coming together, and they jointly, with the leadership of the council, decided that the later cookie sale was the better one for those involved. We have moved the delivery up a little bit. We've moved the order taking up a little bit over the past few years, but we're pretty much, that was the decision we made. If we try to change it drastically, it's kind of hard to do that because the bakery is used to our schedule. We fit into a certain section of the training schedule for the little brownie reps. The same thing is true for the fall sale, and because our fall sale ends right before the holidays, if we moved up our cookie sale, we'd have to change our fall sale. So it's just not that easy to do, and it's just something, that's where we've been, and that's probably where we're going to stay for a while. The good thing about it is that you can tell people at booth sales, especially, this is your last chance to get cookies until next spring, because all the other councils are finished selling, and a lot of people, when they finish up those 2 boxes of mints that they bought, they really want more. So I think it kind of can help us at booth sales if we let people know this is it, this is the end, you're not getting them anyplace else. And mention was also made in this question about
the caramel chocolate chip gluten-free cookie from ABC Bakery.
Right. Do you want to take that?
Yeah, I'll just say that that is the other baker. There's been a lot of press about that new cookie, but GSUSA did do advertising, did send out press releases about the cookie sale being open and ready to go, and that's the part that so many that's the part that many broadcasters advertise, the caramel chocolate chip cookie. We don't have a new cookie this year. We anticipate we're going to have a new cookie next year to replace Savannah Smiles. And it's up to the baker what's the new cookie and when are they going to put it into effect. Right. We have Little Brownie, so ABC is the other baker, and that's who introduced that new cookie, which is apparently sold out in their digital cookie right now.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Customer care is still the way to go if girls are not showing up or if girls need to be removed from your troop. Either way, contact customer care. They're equipped to handle that. There's a question about, is there a date for this year's cookie drop yet? I think you mean the cookie deliveries, which are from April 6th through the 14th.
I think she means the Operation Cookie Drop send-off.
Oh, that could very well be. And that is the first Saturday in June. I think it's the second.
The first is the first Saturday in June.
Oh, the first. June 1st. Okay. I must be in a different year. No, there is no PowerPoint for Troop Cookie Chairs, but you can use portions of this PowerPoint. It doesn't give you everything you need, though, for the troops.
We are going to have some just-in-time short burst videos available that we're going to post. One that's going to be up in the very near future is how to reserve a booth in eBudde and how to order cookies. I know it's to reserve a booth, and it's very specific. It's like a minute and a half, so there's going to be a lot of help-along videos available this year. We'll be putting on the girlscoutshh.org website.
Right, so keep looking there and keep checking your headlines and happenings for information about cookies, too. And we will also have Photo Fresh Out of the Oven, which is the newsletter that we send to parents. And that'll be coming out at the end of this month and will come out for, I believe, 5 months, every month during the cookie sale. Yeah, someone said, what did I miss? Are Savannah Smiles being sold for the last time this year? Yes, they are. There will be another cookie taking its place next year.
And the event in June, the Operation Cookie Drop, just stay tuned. I think you'll know more about that much later in the spring. And there isn't a limit to how many people can go, so don't worry about the sign up. We'll need to know how many cookies you have earlier than June, but we'll be announcing that dates and specifics about that much later in the cookie season. However, another person wants to know when do March booth sales open for sign up, and our slide showed that that was January 27th at 8 a.m. and the product sales staff will be in the office that day at 8 a.m. to help if we need to help people that day. I think we're about done. Someone's asking about someone coming to speak in Monticello on Friday about cookies. Is there a plan from council to have a cookie person speaking in Monticello? Liz, is that you?
I don't know if, Desiree, if you mean the Monticello Service Unit. I know that Barbara Mancroni is having a training, but also council staff is going to be up in Sullivan County on Tuesday, the 22nd, not Friday. So I'm not sure which one you mean, but you're welcome to call me tomorrow. I'm happy to talk to you about it.
And I think we've covered all the questions.
I think we have too, Marianne. Okay, we have a couple people saying Sunday the 27th for booth sales. Yes, Sunday the 27th.
For March booth sales.
March booth sales only. And please remember and please tell your leaders, really stress to them, they have to order in the pre-season site. That's where they're going to choose their booth site if they want one of the council-sponsored sites. That's where they'll enter their own booth that they've set up at the local pizza place. And that's where they're going to order their cookies in the pre-season. If they do it in the regular season, it's not going anyplace. So they really have to do it in the pre-season. And it has to be done by February 12th so that we can get the order and get the cookies on time.
So I guess all of this points to, if a troop's thinking they're going to have a March cookie booth, they better be sure they're in eBudde and all ready to go so that on the 27th they can take action.
Right. And I know one thing last year that confused people, there are no girls in the preseason site. So if you go into the preseason and you go to your troop and there's no girls there, that's okay. The only thing it's used for is to find a place to sell your cookies and order those cookies. The rewards for those booth sales will come into the regular season after the preseason closes. All that information will be rolled over into the regular season so that it will be there historically, and it will be there. Those cookies will be there for you to credit to the girls who participated in those booth sales.
Someone's asking if so for March booths, even if you're not going for a council site, we have to order them in the preseason site. Yes, we do not have cookies in the cupboards unless people told us they needed them. It is not like April, May booths. These are pre-ordered cookies. If you're doing a March booth sale, you have to tell us by mid-February, in the dates in your book, that you need cookies, and you have to order them in that preseason.
And yes, you can sell any place that you want to, as long as that place approves it. It doesn't have to be a council-sponsored site for March. It can be any place that you want, but you need to put the sale into the preseason as a My Sales booth location so that it goes to the cookie finder. Otherwise, it won't. And but you can sell you can go to the grocery store and ask them. You can go to the pizza place. You can sell anywhere you would normally sell. Yeah. How does the leader? Oh, I just had one and I missed it. It was a question, Marion. Do you see the question? I think it has to do with assigning cookies from a booth sale.
I did not.
How does a leader award the patch for the 12 boxes in the booth sale? Does it just go to all girls? Okay, so you take the amount of cookies that were sold at the booth sale and you divide them up among the girls. You go into the girl orders screen and you click on the girl's name and you add as many boxes as you figured out you would add for the booth sale in the booth column. We will be doing a webinar on doing that towards the end of the sale, because by the end of the sale is when you have to have assigned all those cookies. And the instructions are also in the troop guide. If you're still not sure how to do it, you can contact one of us, or you can wait until that webinar. Just keep a list for yourself of which girls were at which booth sales and how much you sold, so that you know what to give to them.
And some girls are going to get donations during their initial order or in digital, so you might have some boxes that a girl already is part of the way toward earning that gift of caring patch. Oh, I'm sorry, that she was asking about booths. I apologize.
Yeah, about booth sales. And yes, it's just the girls who were at the booth sale. But at least that's the way I would approach it.
So someone's asking, she says she's new as cookie chair, and she wants to know if she should hold a meeting for her leaders about cookie sales, or will the council set up the meeting? The answer is, if you're the service unit cookie chair, this webinar tonight is for service unit cookie chairs, and you and your service unit manager should choose a day and you talk about cookies. Cookies, everyone's interested in cookies. Everyone likes to hear about cookies and know what's new and how they can benefit from cookies. You should set up a meeting, as I said, together with the service unit manager, and set up a cookie kickoff meeting for troop leaders and troop cookie chairs.
And a question that was actually answered by a typed answer, but for those who listen to this recording afterwards, I think this bears saying, because I don't think they can see the questions. The question was, do March booth sales count toward initial order numbers? And the answer is no, they do not count. They will just be in there, rolled over to the regular season as booth sales, and you'll assign them from there. The only thing that counts towards initial order is the orders on the girls' cookie cards that you put into the initial order screen, and any online orders that they have received by the last day of initial order period, which would be March 9th.
I don't see any new questions.
I don't either so far. Aurora and Liz, can you think of anything that maybe we didn't mention or didn't stress that we need to?
Maybe about the in-person delivery after the initial?
Yes, yeah, that did not come up. We, as we said, extended the online orders for girl delivery or in-person delivery until May 1st. So they go beyond initial order. The last couple of years that we've been doing it, they ended with initial order. And as long as you put those orders on the girl's order card and into her initial order in eBudde, you got them with your initial order delivery. For those boxes, that's still the same. You're going to put them on, or the parent, someone's going to put them on the order card. The troop cookie chair or troop leader is going to put them into the initial order screen so they come with the initial order. But any orders that come in after that, up until May 1st, those will be treated by the leader as if it were a go-getter order. So the money is already there because they're paid for online, but you need to get those cookies. So the leader will put an order into a cupboard for those cookies. You can, add them together and do it once a week if you want to, or you can send a parent up to pick up the cookies. The parent will just need to bring a copy of that order so that we know that, yes, this is an order that is already paid for. And then until you pick up those cookies, you're going to have more money in eBudde than you need, because you won't have the cookies to balance out the money. But once you pick up the cookies, it will balance out the money, and then you'll be able to add them to the girls' order in the girl orders screen. Did that bring up any questions?
And also the handouts that they can print from here, or if they can't, we can always send them tomorrow via email. And if they have any questions, of course, they can always call us or email us tomorrow after, they think about questions tonight.
And anybody who was signed up for this webinar as of yesterday, Marianne did send out those attachments, the 3 handouts, yesterday in an email to those people. Okay, that was answered. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good then.
I think we'll go to the next slide for Liz.
We want to thank you so much for joining us tonight. We know everyone is really busy, and we appreciate your time. We hope you found the presentation informative and useful. And please, if you have any questions, reach out to any one of us tomorrow. Email us, call us, come in and visit us. We're always happy to see you. Thank you so much for joining us again.
There's one more question about that just popped in about in-person delivery. Yes, they are picked up at the cupboard. Troop leader.
Read the question.
The question is, so for the in-person delivery going until May 1st, are they picked up by the parent or troop leader at the cupboard, and how are they entered into eBudde? So yes, they are picked up at the cupboard. What the troop leader or troop cookie chair will need to do is put an order into the cupboard for the cookies. And then when they're picked up from the cupboard and they're given to the girls, then the leader or the cookie chair goes into the girl orders screen and assigns those cookies to the girl. And those instructions are in the troop guide. Okay, now I think we're good. I don't see any others that popped in.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you, everybody. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Still recording.